Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Now I've come on to show October's design team project for Lavender Blu. I've finally finished this beautiful book. Now I've used the Lavender and Pearls kit for this one. I will link that below, plus all of Lavender Blu's other social media, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to Fiona for letting me showcase this kit. I've had so much fun with it. It's a great one to break up and collage with, and I could have just kept going and going collaging every page, but I'd never get it finished, so I thought I'd better stop and finish it. So as you can see, it's not embellished much at all. It is covered with velour. It's vintage velour from a dress that I found in the op shop years ago that I've been hoarding and holding on to. So this was the perfect time to bring it out because it is a perfect colour for the kit. Matches really nicely and it feels beautiful to run your hands over. I was going to stick like a jewellery piece with some bling on the front, but I thought if you have it on your lap and you're wearing a woolly coat or something, it might get caught. So I thought practicality wise, I thought I'd just leave it as is. Now I got these gold corners off of Marlene. Thank you, Marlene. They fit perfectly with this one. So yeah, it's about just over a 2-inch spine, about 2 1/4 inch spine. It's old book covers on the front and back, and then I have just added a new spine so I could widen it. Just move this so we can see it well, hopefully. Now, book plate on the front, which I really love this one. It's going to a teacher, so I thought it would be, and you know, teachers like their books, so in keeping with that, I've got the book plate, and the velour was quite rough where I'd cut it here. I'm not the best at cutting fabrics. I've just added some ribbon there to neaten it up and a bit of lace. So this is a fabric pocket. Now this came off of some towels. It was too pretty to leave on the towel. Now the towel is still intact, so the towel still gets used as a towel, but we got the pretties off to use for other things. So no, so that turned out really nice. And now this is one of the tags from the kit. Beautiful. And I've attached it with a brad so that it can just be turned and so it can still be journaled underneath and that. And this is a postcard that I found at the second-hand shop. Now this is a gift card. A lot of this stuff was found in the second-hand shop. As people who watch me would know, I do a lot of second-hand haul videos, and so you might have seen some of these bits and pieces before. So that opens up and there is some kit piece. So I've ripped it up and put little pieces everywhere. This is from the kit as well, and it just looks beautiful. So I've layered that with some cardstock and a nice picture of some lavender and some ribbon and some washi tape. I think the washi tape and this ribbon came from Hiria. There's a few die cuts in here from Hiria as well, so thank you, Hiria. Yeah, so I was very fortunate that there's been a few lovely ladies that we did a swap for purple items a little while ago, so that's been very handy for this journal. So there's some ribbon and lace up the top, and behind the card I've left it unstuck so that I could tuck in this little journaling card that I made with a book picture, and just backed with some tea-dyed paper that I mopped up some ink with, so it's got a bit of colour on it. It just slips nicely in there. Some music page that I have sprayed. I can't remember what this, I don't think they were Dilutions, I'm not sure. One day I'll remember. I've done a little bit of stenciling in this one too. I need some practice with my stencilings. That's a kit page. So I've sewed around the kit pages. I didn't sew them onto the page, but I sewed around them, and then I've added on all the kit pages, I think, little bits of ribbon or fabric as well. And then in this one we have another botanical journaling card. I get a lot of botanical books in my book haul, so it was great to be able to start using some of the pages and pictures. So that's another page out of the botanical book. That's a beautiful one. Now I've altered an envelope here, which which are just paper clipped on. So I've just ripped out some botanical pictures, music paper. This is kit page behind. And then some fabric with the word courage and its meaning. Bit of paper doily. Bit more of a layer there. And it's just got this beautiful note paper in it. So it's all second-hand bits and pieces again. And then there's a beautiful stencil. I love that stencil. Just slightly done under there, that's hidden by the envelope when it's clipped on. Find my clip. It's been a long day today because I've been out at the garage sales this morning and then finishing this off for the afternoon. A bit more stenciling down there. Now I have a whole heap of these gardening cards that come in a collection, so I've stuck one of those in and you can flip it out. It's on lavender, so the recipient can stick things in to cover it up if they want, or they can leave it as is. And I've also used this as a little pocket where I've put some note paper there. So there's heaps of journaling space on the pages and in all the little note papers and journaling cards that I've put in. Now the purple papers are all my acrylic, watered down acrylic pages. Now this is fussy cut from a kit page, and this is a pamphlet that I got in a big bundle at the second-hand store. A bit more stenciling. Another kit page with a bit of ribbon down the side, and in this one I've put some paper that came out of a book where you can list your favourite books and websites. So I thought that's a bit of fun. You know, if you're not feeling well on that and you're doing a lot of reading, you can write down information on it. Now there's some stamping there, and then I found this scarf at the second-hand shop, and it's very sheer. I didn't really like it, but it had purple in it, so I grabbed it. And I'm glad I ripped it up and tried this because it goes on like tissue paper or napkin. It's quite textural, so I think when I see these with patterns on in the second-hand shop, I'll grab them from now on because I really love the way that looks. Now there were a couple of pages in the kit that I couldn't bear to cut because they were gorgeous. So I've left them as centre pages for the signature, and on this one I've put offcuts of all my lace around the edges, and I really like the way that looks. It's very subtle, the lace bits. And then I've made some journaling cards out of another kit page, some big ones that just slip into these side pockets. So there's another one in this side. Got it a bit crooked then, just there. So I haven't put tabs on them all because they're sort of hidden away, and I like that. You sort of have to hunt for them, so I'm hoping the recipient gets a nice surprise whenever she looks in all the little pockets that she finds. So this is some gorgeous fabric that I was gifted the other day by V. Thank you so much, V. It's absolutely beautiful, this fabric. It's got little purple pansies on it. So I thought the yellow was a nice contrast, so that's a nice little fabric flip. I've just added some ribbon and a bit of stamping down the bottom. So there's another kit page there, and it's got this ribbon, so I've matched that up here on this piece of, it's just some note paper, second-hand note paper. It's the other side of the pamphlet you can flip out. Now this is some wallpaper that Susanna Easdale gave me. Thank you, Susanna. Absolutely gorgeous wallpaper it is, and I thought it would make such a nice belly band. And I've done a little bit of stamping there as well in the corners. And then I made this little booklet. I sewed down, it's the first time I've ever done a booklet like this, so I sewed down the centre. Look at that. My daughter said it looks like a heart machine, a heart monitor output, which is pretty right there. I thought it might even itself out. So it's funny because when I first sewed a journaling card, it was a bit loose. So I changed the tension. The rest of them were all right. But yeah, I think I need to change it again or something. So I'm still learning about all this stuff, but I don't mind. It's a junk journal and I don't mind that. So yeah, so that's a page out of a book and some ribbon on the spine. And then some tea-dyed paper and a beautiful botanical picture in the middle. And then at the back I've stuck a bit that I cut of one of the kit pages, which I love. It's just gorgeous. Nice little surprise at the back of the book there. That just sits in there, and then you can paper clip it in. You don't have to, but it is a little heavy, so I sort of clip it in just so it doesn't move about too much. The other side of the botanical page, another kit page here with some velour ribbon down the bottom. And it's got this little piece of note paper. I found so many notepads at secondhand shops, and they're definitely coming in handy now, because when I have this many tuck spots, I don't know what to fill them up with, so it definitely helps. And so this little paper clip is holding one of these little cards, and I've just stuck some wisteria on the back. I just put that over the page and clip it on so it can be moved about or used. So this is another beautiful botanical book that I have, and I like that it had the purple down the side, so that fit in nicely. Paper bag pocket with some lace and some fabric, and it has this, it's like a tarot card type of thing. I think they're angel cards or something, but it's sort of like a picture of health, you know, with the wings and the cross and that. So, and then on the inside of that, another botanical journaling card. So I've tried to leave a lot of writing space, a lot of space for other things to be stuck, so that the recipient can make it her own and do what she wants to do with it. Some napkin and one of Hiria's beautiful die cut butterflies. I found them the other day and put one in. It looks so good, so I stuck a whole lot in here and there. Another kit page with some ribbon, and this has some more. It's got books I want to read, so you can list out the books that you want to read. Makes it a little bit more interactive. Now this old book pages, and it's a flip up and then a flip out, so you can still use that page for journaling. And my acrylic dyed doily, another kit page. Now this has some more of that really sheer scarf on it, and when you look at it, you wouldn't actually tell that it doesn't belong to the page almost. It is a lot like your napkin or tissue paper, so I really love using that. And a little note paper in there. Now I tried a window pocket with my used envelope that's been sewn into the signature, and I've used kit pieces here and the butterfly, and I fussy cut the gems from the kit and this lace, and it's onto a acrylic dyed envelope that I painted the same as what I did my papers. And then this is from the kit journaling card that I made and sewed around. Just put a ribbon tag. And the other side's just got kit paper. And then there's a whole lot of stenciling that you can see around the outside of this page. I had fun trying that out with my new little stencils. And this page is from a book, and I've backed it with, it's the paper that I mopped up my inks with, and I practiced some stamping on. Instead of throwing it out, it looks really nice to back this with, and you can journal on it. So it's got this beautiful page of daisies. So that's the other side of my altered envelope, which has a picture of some flowers, and that's a tuck spot for a tag from the kit. Try and get it where you can see it. The light's not the best tonight. One of Hiria's butterflies, and one of my cards. A tranquility one. And the other side's just got some fussy cut down there of the gems from the kit, and a ripped out bird, another butterfly. So this is a paper bag that I found in secondhand shop. I got a pack of them, and I made a little scrappy embellishment that fit perfectly on the base of it, and it's kit paper, my acrylic dyed paper, scrapbook paper, some lace, a little ribbon flower, and some of your eyelash trim. This is a beautiful picture from Botanical Book. I've just backed with some cardstock, put a little eyelet in and some ribbon, that slips in there. And then inside the bag, you might have seen this before on a previous tutorial of mine. And it's backed with the kit Fussy Cut Butterflies. They're from the kit as well. And your doily and lace. Then I've backed it with botanical picture, kit page, acrylic paper and some ribbon. Now it's another kit page. Stunning colours in it really, and as I said, there are so many bits that you can cut around and use for different pieces. And then I've topped this note paper with some of the same ribbon, and that just slips in there. Some graph paper, the other side of the paper bag, and I've just layered some fabric with a fussy cut flower, bit of lace on the side. Then an envelope, it's a cream envelope, and I dragged out my Edith Holden. Thought it's about time I ripped into her. So, you know, we're quite precious with these, aren't we? But now that I've got a second one, I thought I can start ripping into the first one. So, yeah, so I put some of that on because I thought it was beautiful saying. And some cheesecloth and off cut of lace. And then that's just got a blank card in there that actually came as a set with the envelope. The other side of the botanical book. Now this is my sort of like Franken paper with the old book page, and I've used bits of kit paper on that as well to add some colour and botanical pieces. And then I've used gelatos to put the purple colour on. I love the way that turns out, makes a nice start page to a signature. Now this is an envelope that I've made. It's sort of like the Artie May style. I'll try and remember to link her tutorial below. So it's got some napkin on it and inks and gesso. One of my little stamped labels. And then on the inside has this little note paper that you can fold out. Beautiful pictures on it. And another one of my tarot cards. That one says strength. I just really hope the recipient enjoys going through and discovering all these little bits. There's definitely a lot of room for her to be able to make it her own. So a bit of tea-dyed graph paper. Another beautiful kit page, and I'll put some rickrack down there. I love the little bits of ribbon and rickrack and that I've put on because they really highlight the colours in the kit pages. And that has, yeah, they look a bit like pansies. Purple pansies on my note paper there. It's another one of my pamphlets and botanical page. Bit more of my stenciling, some green paper that I got. Sometimes I bring home books and they are binded with the metal, so I have to bring them home, put the metal in the bin, and then this can go in the paper bin. It did have some typing on it, but half the page didn't have anything on it, so I thought that's great because I love the colour of it. I've got some ledger paper, a bit more stamping in the corners. Another beautiful page that I couldn't bear to cut down the middle, so I thought I'd leave that in the middle of the signature. And I have made some journaling cards, just cardstock with a simple ripped out flower from botanical book. It's nice to leave spaces for the recipient to be able to decorate a bit more if they want as well. So sometimes I feel like, you know, decorating every bit in it, and then I remind myself that it's going to someone else and they might want to do a whole lot themselves. So fussy cut flower, love that. Now this is a kit page and the colours went really nice with this. I'm pretty sure that's a Tim Holtz die cut. The wonderful Mary gifted that to me. So I decided to leave the tags blank so that the recipient can do what she likes with them, because she might like to take them out and use them for something else and then slip little notes in here or whatever. So I've just left that like that. Still looks really cool. And then is it a top? Yeah, this one's a top tuck spot with just some pink note paper in there. Other side of the botanical page. the other part of the pamphlet, and I've just layered again with some fabric. Now the picture on that is one of the tags from the kit that I've cut the top off of. Now this is a pocket that I made with kit paper, and I've stuck some of the tags from the kit in there. It's a beautiful butterfly one, and I've just topped them with little bits of ribbon. So it's that one, that one, and then I've made a couple of little tags with my tag punch out of botanical pictures. They're like offcuts that I wouldn't use for anything else, so I try and punch pretty things out of them. And another beautiful picture that I've just backed onto some cardstock. And so you've got your two tucks here, and then you can tuck in behind as well. Now this little folder with all these tuck spots was made by Mary. She sent that to me, which is absolutely beautiful. So on the front I've stuck one of Hiria's die cut butterflies and beautiful peacock tag from the kit. And a little stamp. It's got a lot of tuck spots in it, this little folder. And there's another one of those that I made. Tag from the kit. And on the inside, another tag. Another one that I've cut out with my punch. And there's this vintage luck card, I think they are. And this one denotes good health or a speedy recovery, which I thought was really cool. And then I've made these tags and I just stuck a botanical picture on the front. They are actually coloured bits out of the top of a travel book that I found. I sat there forever cutting these strips out and then sticking them onto some recycled cardboard. But they made pretty cool tags, so I will probably do a tutorial on them sometime, because that was quite fun and a good way to reuse a whole lot of stuff. So that fits down the back. Then this beautiful kit page, and this ribbon that I stuck on really matches the and highlights the roses. So that's a tuck in there, and I've got this beautiful card. I think you can see that, yes. And then this is just some paper, and I've done a little bit of stenciling on it and stuck down some of the kit page and this punched out circle from Botanical Book. Another die cut, and it's a flip up, if I can flip it up, and it just has a few little stencils on there and a little bit of ribbon, and then behind it I can tuck in this little permaculture notepad. It's the other side of my collage paper. And then this, the recipient is a teacher. So I think she might appreciate this. She actually worked in the school library as well. So I thought I'd give her a library card and pocket. So that's a beautiful rose that I've ripped out of one of the sheets of the kit, and one of the butterflies that I've fussy cut out of the kit as well, and a bit of stenciling on the card. And that just slips in there. So yeah, I had heaps and heaps of fun with that kit. So thanks again, Fiona, for letting me showcase that one. I'll be using that a lot in the future. Just so much fun to collage with and rip up and stick bits here and there. And the colours just go beautiful. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.